All right. Patriots and Jaguars in London, huh? This is going to be interesting. You guys really came at us with a ton of articles on this one. Sounds like you're looking for something a little more than just, can the Pats get their second win?
Yeah, you want to dive deep into the strategy here. Can Mac Jones actually pull this team out of a 1-5 hole? And a lot of that, it seems, hinges on offensive coordinator Alex Van Pelt.
Yeah, it seems like everyone and their mother has something to say about Van Pelt's play calling. Like, way too conservative, especially with a rookie QB.
Yeah, that's been a big talking point. I mean, not a single designed run for May in his first start. Come on. Against that Texans defense, no less. Some people are saying Van Pelt's got to let May loose, especially with this Jaguars defense coming up.
Well, yeah, because on paper, you see the Jaguars are ranked dead last in the league on defense.
Statistically, yeah, you're right. But here's the thing. They've had a brutal schedule. Pago Veloa, Allen, Stroud. They even faced Williams when he was on that tear. So is it that they're actually that bad, or have they just faced a murderer's row of quarterbacks?
Okay, I see what you're saying. I was ready to chalk this one up as an automatic W for the Pats offense, but maybe not.
Could be a get-right game for the Jaguars defense, right? Or maybe they really are that bad. It's going to be interesting to see how May handles it, that's for sure.
Speaking of May, his debut last week, I don't know, what did you think? 243 yards and 3 touchdowns, but also a couple of picks and sacked 4 times.
And that's where we circle back to Van Pelt.
Right.
I mean, was that May's true potential, or was he just handcuffed by the play calling? Because if Van Pelt opens things up even a little bit, think about how much better May could be in just his second start.
It's a lot to expect from a rookie, but okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty of this matchup. One thing that pops out from these articles is just how much the Jaguars struggle against the pass. Van Pelt's got to be licking his chops, right?
You would think so. But there's this. The Patriots just scored their first opening drive touchdown of the season last week. So maybe, just maybe, Van Pelt's already switching things up.
Wait, you're telling me that one touchdown is a sign of things to come?
It's possible. We need to see if it's a trend, not just a one-time thing. But here's the other thing. The Jags are getting their tight end, Evan Ingram, back this week. And he's coming off a game against the Bears where he had 10 catches for over 100 yards.
So even if their defense is struggling, this Jaguars offense might be a bigger problem than their record shows, huh?
It's not as simple as bad defense equals easy win for the Patriots. There's a lot more to this one than meets the eye.
See, this is why I love these deep dives right here. It's not just, oh, the Jags have a bad defense. There's all this strategy stuff going on. Can Van Pelt actually take advantage of their weaknesses? Or will the Jaguars offense, even without a ton of big names, put up points on the Pats?
That's what makes this so interesting. And this is where coaching really comes into play, right? You've got Doug Pederson going up against Bill Belichick. It's a real chess match.
Oh, for sure. We've talked a lot about Van Pelt, but what about Pederson's style? How does that match up against a defensive genius like Belichick?
Well, it's an interesting clash, right? Pederson is known for being creative on offense. He's not afraid to take risks, loves to use pre-snap motion, all these different formations, weird personnel groupings. He keeps defenses guessing.
And Belichick is all about taking away your best weapon. Think he tries to shut down Ingram and force Lawrence to go to those less experienced receivers.
That's classic Belichick, right?
Yeah.
Don't forget, defenses have different coverages to control where the quarterback can throw. He might try and double-team Ingram, use 2 defenders on him, make those throws tougher for Lawrence.
Okay, so for someone who, doesn't spend every Sunday analyzing coverages, what's that actually look like on the field?
Keep an eye on the Patriots' safeties, those defensive backs furthest downfield. If they're cheating towards Ingram's side of the field, maybe a linebacker is hanging out near Ingram before the snap, that's Belichick trying to take him away.
So if you're Pederson, do you just tell Lawrence, don't even look at Ingram?
Oh, it's not that simple. He might use Ingram as a decoy. Get the defense to focus on him, open things up for the other guys. Or he might get creative with how he's running his routes. Send him deep, clear out some space underneath for those easier throws.
Man, this is getting complicated. Like you said, a real chess match.
Exactly. That's what makes this matchup so fun. It's not just about who's got the better players. It's a battle between 2 of the best coaches in the league. And remember, both these teams need a win badly. Not just for the standings, but for morale.
Yeah, for sure. Especially for the Patriots. This is not a team used to being at the bottom of the AFC East.
They need to get something going, and they need to get it going fast. A loss here, and it's a long, long way back to playoff contention.
So before we make our predictions, let's talk about this Jaguars offense a bit more. I mean, we know Ingram is back, but what else do they have? Can they actually score on this Patriots defense?
Don't sleep on the Jags. They've got some guys. We talked about Ingram, but you've also got Travis Etienne back there. He can hurt you running the ball, and he's always a threat catching it out of the backfield.
Oh, and we can't forget about Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he was the #1 pick for a reason, right? Do you think he's finally living up to the hype?
Lawrence, he's had his moments, that's for sure, but the talent is definitely there. He's got that cannon for an arm, can make all the throws, but for him, it all comes down to consistency, Cut down on the mistakes, make good decisions, and that offense can be scary.
So you're saying if I'm a Pats fan, I shouldn't be ordering those victory pizzas just yet?
Not so fast. This Jaguars team, yeah, they're 1-5, but they're not going to just lay down. They've got pride, and Pederson, he's too good of a coach to let him roll over.
This is why we do this, right? On paper, it looks like the Pats should walk all over them, but you dig a little deeper, and there's so much more to it.
It's the NFL, man. Anything can happen.
All right. Enough teasing. Let's hear it. Who you got in this London matchup? Can the Patriots turn their season around? Or are the Jags going to send them home with another loss?
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the Jaguars pull off the upset. I think Pederson's going to have those guys fired up after last week. Ingram's going to have another big game. And Lawrence, he'll make just enough plays to get it done. Give me the Jaguars, 27-24. Close one.
Wow. Okay, you're going bold with that prediction. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about the Jaguars, though. I think Belichick's going to find a way to shut down Ingram. I'm just not sold on Lawrence making enough plays against that defense. I'm saying Patriots squeak out a low-scoring one, 20-17.
Two very different tastes, which I think just proves how unpredictable this game really is.
That's the NFL for you. You never know what's going to happen until they kick that ball off.
That's why we love it. The drama, the excitement, it keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So there you have it. The Patriots and the Jaguars are set to clash in London, and it's shaping up to be a much more exciting game than anyone initially thought. Make sure to tune in and see who comes out on top.
And hey, if you want to learn even more, hit those search engines, do some digging. There's a whole world of football knowledge out there.
That's right. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. We'll catch you next time for another fascinating trip into the world of sports.